Howdy, partners. Good afternoon. Sorry about the delay, but you know how it is. Sometimes you hitch up those horses to the wagon and you're almost ready to go. And the little one says, I gotta go to the bathroom. So there it is. Sorry for the delay. Today on Lest We Forget History, we're going to be talking about mpox, the M standing for monkeypox, and the Mox Smuggling Case. It takes us into the world of scientific ethics, public trust, and the long shadow of past laboratory mistakes, because history has a way of repeating itself when we stop paying attention. So listen up to U.S. government, virologists, people who dabble in viruses. Comprende? Both respected, both experienced, were stopped at Detroit Metro Airport after returning from the Republic of Congo. They had spent 9 days in a region battling a deadly mpox outbreak. When questioned, they denied carrying any biological materials. But tests, darn things, age tripped them up, and that they were traveling with undeclared vials of mpox outbreak. Who would have thought? One question, they denied carrying any biological materials, even though they were undeclared vials of deactivated mpox virus. And that's where the story shifts from the unusual to the historic. Because, mateys, this isn't the first time scientists have quietly gathered biological samples across borders. Oh, no, sirree. And it isn't the first time the United States has had to confront the consequences of mishandled pathogens. This case echoes several earlier incidents, moments when small decisions inside laboratories had big consequences. The CDC anthrax exposure incident, researchers at the Centers for Disease Control accidentally sent live anthrax to labs that were not equipped to handle it. Dozens of workers were exposed. The investigation found protocol shortcuts and a culture of, quote, we've done this 1,000 times. Sound familiar? Forgotten smallpox vials at the NIH, the National Institute of Health, in case you don't know what NIH means. That same year, workers cleaning at a storage room at the National Institute of Health discovered vials of smallpox, one of the deadliest viruses in human history, sitting in an old cardboard box. No one knew how long they'd been there. No one had logged them in. No one had declared them. The SARS lab accidents in Asia. After the original SARS outbreak, several labs in Asia experienced accidental releases of the virus. In each case, investigators found the same pattern: overconfidence, shortcuts, and a belief that we've done this before, it's fine. At 8, every one of these incidents, from anthrax to smallpox to SARS, shares the same underlying theme, folks. When scientists stop respecting the rules stop protecting the public. That's you. And that's why this mpox case matters. Not because the virus was active, it wasn't. Not because there was an outbreak risk, there wasn't. But because trust is the backbone of public health. When a scientist says, I'll do this all the time, while carrying undeclared biological samples through an airport, it raises the same historical red flags we've seen before. Because history teaches us that danger doesn't always come from malice. Sometimes it comes from routine, familiarity, overconfidence, and the belief that rules are optional. And every time we've ignored those warning signs, We've paid for it. This case is a reminder, not of what happened, but what could happen when oversight fails and individuals decide they know better than the system designed to protect us. In public health, the smallest vial can carry the biggest lesson. And that's why we tell these here stories, so we don't forget the history that keeps us safe. Stay alert, and make sure your lab ain't dumping any more pythons into the Florida Everglades. Have a great weekend, partners, and see you around.